All right, what's up, guys? Now, I'm gonna just start off by saying I am not the most political person in the world. I have to say, even when it's like down in the bare minimum section, like I'm at a very low section of when it comes down to talking about talking on politics and stuff. So you guys can hear out what I have to say in this video if you want to. You very well can skip on past this video. I'm not trying to change a person's mind on whoever you want to vote for. If you want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. You want to vote for Kamala Harris, vote for Kamala Harris. I know I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris, but that's my opinion. That's my choice. That's what I want to do. It ain't no different than Brigitte Gabriel. And it's just so weird looking at her name because it's like, fam, I mean, I guess that's a way of spelling Bridget, but I'm like, man, I just know she lives a weird life. Like, I know she probably does some stuff like she pours her milk first and then her cereal after. She buys a PlayStation and gets Xbox games and she's confused on why the game ain't playing. She goes to the movies and she sits on her phone the whole time and it's like, fam, watch the movie. But I just feel like with the way her name is spelled, like she just lives a weird life. But anyways, we ain't gonna talk about her name. We're gonna talk about this tweet that she made. And it's one of those tweets where it's like, I know for a fact if she would ever come across Kamala Harris and like some face-to-face stuff, if anything, she'll probably just stand there just with like no smile, no emotions, just looking at like a tile on the floor or something, just not even like trying to, but she ain't gonna say what she said in these tweets, because she did make a few tweets about Kamala Harris. Like she made a tweet where she shared a clip of the DNC like show that they were doing and stuff. She shared a clip and it was all like, Kamala Harris is weird, and I'm thinking to myself, how is she weird? Like, what did she say or do that was weird? Like, it's stuff like that where it's like, fam, that's like one of the main things I never understood about politics is like how it's so divided, I get it, but at the same time, like, I just don't fully understand it. Like, maybe I think that is something that, like, just when I have free time, just study politics, study the origins of it, like, go, like, all the way down to the roots of politics, so I could just have a better understanding. Like, I overall know, like, one has their political views, another has their political views, and when it comes down to it, like, I know I relate more to, like, Democrat reviews, views and stuff. And yeah, it's like, and that's why I had to say, like, just hearing out what Kamala Harris has to say, heard out what Joe Biden had to say, heard what Barack Obama had to say. It was stuff that I related to. And then it was like, it was like things that overall, it's like, yeah, for the best, it is going to change the country, And then when Trump got in office, it was like, this ain't stuff that I can relate to, And so it really trips me out. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, you're entitled to vote for whoever you want to vote for, support whoever you want to support. I do feel like some of Donald Trump's supporters, I feel like they just only support him maybe so they can cut a check or something. Maybe that might be Brigitte Gabriel's situation. She thinks she's going to gain something out of this. But it's like, fam, you got to understand, to the majority, I guess, like, erase the politics, erase your political views. Nobody knows who you are. You're just a random person walking down the street. Trump supporters probably would try to attack you. Like, let's just say it was on some stuff where Trump done said something about people of color and it's in a negative way. I feel like, yeah, some Trump supporters, they're going to look at you and they're going to be contemplating on whether they should attack you or not. Because I feel that there's probably some Trump supporters out there where they don't trip about people of color, but I feel like that there's a good majority of them where they do trip about people of color. That's just my personal opinion. If y'all feel a certain way about that, and if you like Trump supporters, if you guys feel a certain way about that, you very well can. Again, not trying to take away how you feel about Trump, not trying to take away your political views or any of that stuff. That's just how I overall feel, all right? So, pretty much when I'm saying, Brigitte Gabriel, when it comes down to politics, nobody cares about you. And the thing is this, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but I'm just overall saying it's like, you're just another employee to them. And I'm going to get to like employee and job and that type of stuff here in a moment and things, because that was the main objective of this video, was to kind of compare average job to like politics and just overall, to this tweet and things. But anyways, But yeah, it's like you gotta like understand though, like when it comes to political views, it's like, do you see yourself running for president? Do you see yourself getting voters? If that was the case, then it's like, why didn't you run? And it's like, because people don't. It's like you're pretty much, I'm trying to like, I guess think of like, because I feel like I was gonna say something disrespectful, and I'm like, hold on, let me rewind back here for a moment. But if I had to put Brigitte Gabriel, like, I guess like there's an average job that exists in the world, right? If I had to put Brigitte Gabriel somewhere in this average job, you're not like you're pretty much the hype person, I guess, in a way. Like you're that like that individual that that like posts on social media or something, But it's like you're not the manager, you're not the assistant manager, you're not the cashier, you're not. I don't even know if I should call you a customer. You're just a random, if anything. But anyways, but no, overall though, what I did want to talk about, like kind of comparing an average job, to what Brigitte Gabriel was saying, because she overall goes on to say Kamala is in the White House today. Why hasn't she done any of the things she spoke of tonight? Now, I guess to give, because I feel like people would see this tweet and they would want an answer to this, question. And I feel like that this is the best possible way to answer that question. Now, again, with this average job, like, example, this scenario, right? Here's an average job, okay? You got it where Joe Biden is the manager. You got it where, everybody else, they're, random employees and stuff scattered throughout this average job. Where does that leave Kamala Harris? Where does she stand at this job? If Joe Biden is the manager, what would that make Kamala Harris? Now, I worked at a cafe for 4 years. We had numerous managers. I had to say probably the one that I would consider like the best manager would probably be the one that hired me. But then right underneath him was the supervisor. Now, at some jobs, it's probably different. They probably ain't got no supervisor. It probably is just, whatever the situation is. Probably just like the business owner and then whoever like else is, the employees and stuff. But I guess like kind of thinking of it like my old job, I would say that, yeah, Joe Biden would be the manager. He's the one that has the say-so of firing people, of, making changes and doing all this. Like, he's the one that's going to have the most power. He's the one that's in control. Like, you overall want his position when you work your way up through the ranks. Where Kamala Harris is at, I would say that she's the supervisor, but she's trying to get to the management position. That's something that's probably been on her mind for a minute now. That's what that situation is, all right? I don't know. I feel like people kind of look at that like, oh, that's a disrespectful way of putting it. And I don't even mean it in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying, though, like, I feel like that's where Kamala Harris is at right now when it comes to being in the White House. It's like, yeah, she could have some sort of say-so, but it ain't going to be as powerful as the president, when she's the vice president. So it's like, yeah, it's just... I feel like that's the best possible way of explaining it and things, but I don't know, with a name spelled like that, like it's like I just don't get it. It's like her parents, they spelled the Gabriel part like normal and stuff, but then with Bridget, it's just I don't know, they just I don't know. But anyways, but again, I ain't even trying to turn that into one of these types of videos, but no, it's just I did want to come out and defend Kamala Harris because I just felt like that's a silly way of like thinking of it and stuff where it's all like she's the vice president. It ain't like she's the president. Maybe, yeah, when she does get into office and things, then yeah, the stuff that she's talking on, then it's like, yeah, she'll be able to, make those changes, do those things, better the country. But it's like, and again, this is my opinion. I'm not trying to take anybody's political views away from them. But when I look at Trump, I just look at how he went about it being in office and how he went about it, being president and stuff. And it's like he turned on it's like me. When I look at how Joe Biden, he pretty much welcomed the idea of Kamala Harris running for president. Meanwhile, it was like, Trump on that insurrection when they like went and raided the Capitol and stuff, and it's all like, how's his relationship with the former vice his vice president and stuff. It's like, when was the last time you even heard of something about like Mike Pence and things? So I'm just saying, it's like when I look at both sides of, just the like of this like political area and stuff. I see it where one side is for the people and then another side is for some people. And that's a side that I can't support. That's a side where I'm all like, no, it's just, maybe not everybody is like that on that side, but I feel like that's the main thing that they're promoting, where it's all like, we're only going to be for some people, and then it's like, and it's going, we're going to say it's not racist, but it sounds low-key kind of racist, Meanwhile, it's like, you got where people like Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, it's like they're for the people, and you see all the different support that they have all across the, probably the world. I was gonna say country, but then it's like, think about it, it's like, yeah, they probably got support all across the world and stuff. So yeah, it's just when it comes down to it, it's like you don't see nobody on, and maybe there is people on the Democrat side where they are making tweets similar to this, and if they are, it's like, fam, there's no reason for it. There's absolutely no reason for it. It's just seeing tweets like this. It's like, fam, what you gotta ask that question though. It's like, what has Kamala Harris done to you as an individual? Because it's like you would have thought like they had like some past beef or some stuff going on, but it's like, I guarantee not. Yeah, maybe Kamala Harris knows who this woman is, but if not, then it's like, fam, I know for a fact she ain't did that to you. Even if she does know you, she just doesn't come off as the type of person where it's like she done did something to you. So unless you give out an explanation on what she's done to you as a person, fam, and I guess like, yeah, like if we adding politics into into the spectrum and stuff, then yeah, and it might be a situation where she did something to you, but at the end of the day, if she hasn't, it's like, fam, tweets like this, it's I feel like all it's going to do, it's just encourage people more to go out and vote for Kamala Harris so she can be president of the United States. Because I am actually kind of curious to see, like, because I truly do believe that Kamala Harris is going to win this election. And I'm just really curious to see how Trump is going to handle all of this. And I feel like, and it's just seeing how, like, all the other people, how they going to, like, handle on the Republican side, how they going to handle all of this. But yeah, it's like seeing this tweet, I'm like, fam, you're getting mad at the supervisor because they're not making manager moves. And I'm like, they're not in that position to make manager moves. They're in the position to make supervisor moves. So whatever it is in her case, where she's the vice president, them are the only moves that she can make. That's the only thing. And it's like, I guess, like, overall, think of it like a game of chess. It's like you're getting mad at one of the like them, where are those like front pieces on the chessboard and stuff. I don't know, bro, but I'm like, I played chess. I just don't know what. I know king and queen. That's about it. And I think one of them's called a knight. But yeah, let's overall think of like, yeah, the knight or something, or one of the other pieces on the chessboard. But it's like you're getting mad at the other pieces because they're not moving like the king or queen. It's like, fam, they can't move like them. It's like they're not, it's not in that, like, rule game of chess where they can move like a king or a queen. Like, people, like, I mean, this woman, how, I think that's looked online and it seemed that, like, she's like 59, I think. Hold on for a second. Let me just go and just check real quick. But anyways, yeah, it's like you're 59 years old. It's like, how is it that me being a 28-year-old, I feel like I explained, the situation better about politics. And it's like, fam, I'm not even a political person. I don't know nothing about politics. I know some things about it, but I feel like I explained it better than she ever could. So it's just, I don't know, not trying to start nothing, but at the same time, it's like, fam, come on now. It's like you're at an old enough to age where it's like you shouldn't be carrying on like this. You shouldn't be talking about a person. And it's like in a way where it's like, come on, let's see you be in that position. That's something that I would like ask Brigitte Gabriel. It's like, okay, there's all these problems going on in the world right now. What would you overall do to fix them? And it's like, okay, let's start with like homelessness. What would you overall do to fix homelessness? And it's like, oh, I'll get like housing areas and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, let's say there's some people that don't want to sell off those areas and stuff, or it's like there's homeless people that they just don't want to like live in no house. They just want to continue living out on the streets. What are you gonna do for those people? It's like, the thing is this: if you're gonna fix this country, you gotta fix all of the country. You can't just fix some of the country. All right, so that's just, I feel like, how I would go about it if I was in that position. That's why I'm like, I wouldn't even want to be in no position like that. Maybe if they come out with a video game where you get to run as president, then okay, cool, then maybe I might do some things. But if not, then I'm like, yeah. But it's like, yeah, just overall though, it's like, you gotta fix like all of the country, not just some of it. So, and I feel like Kamala Harris, she's I would say yeah, she's at least trying to fix all of the country and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, let's just overall wait and see when she does get in office. Let's just see what goes down. But I just feel like somebody like Trump, where it's like you got people trying to kill you. It's like this man already done survived one assassination attempt. Then somebody's like, I don't know if they ever did catch that guy, but it's all like yeah, and that's just something I didn't want to see for the man. It's all like yeah, it's like I might not agree with his political views, but at the same time, I don't agree with somebody trying to like take him out and stuff. So it's one of those things where it's all like, and I'm not saying like, oh, it's like, people on the Republican side got to do that to Kamala Harris. But at the same time, it's all like, it's like, I feel like that she's more for the people than Trump is. And that's why, I'm not trying to, be disrespectful or say anything disrespectful. But at the same time, I feel like that's why he got people trying to, it's like you got somebody that registered as a Republican or like voted for, that just Republican. I don't know how all that stuff went about. But overall, talking on that guy that tried to kill Trump. But it's like, yeah, it was like he was a registered voter. And it was like, I think I voted for either Trump or whoever. But anyway, I don't think, well, if he tried to do what he tried to do, he probably didn't vote for Trump. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, you just look at both sides and it's just, you just see like the negativity on one side and you see the positivity on the other. It's like, come on now. It's one of those things where I guess like talking to somebody that's thinking about like, well, who should I overall vote for? And it's like, when you see the negatives on one, you see the positives on the other. I guess if you're a negative lifestyle like person, then yeah, it's like, I guess vote for whoever you want to vote for. But yeah, I know people, they ask me who am I gonna vote for. I'm voting for Kamala Harris. All right, so but anyways, and I know people gonna probably be all like, oh, like I'm a plant that got paid off to say, I ain't get paid off to say nothing. I'm like, it is 1:40 a.m. I am thinking of video ideas to do. This was a video idea, all right? So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.